Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful starfish picture out of a little wooden frame. Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm from Inspire Me to DIY. It's a blog for home decorating and DIY crafts. So let's get started. First of all, I started off with this cute little wooden frame. If you can see it up close. I got it off of Amazon. There were 6 of them for $16.99. So for about $2.83 a piece, you can make these. Now I saw these on online. I wanted to buy some, and they were $60 for 3 of them. So we're gonna make this way cheaper than those. Okay, so what I did is I got 3 different types of seashells and some blue textured paper. It's like a grass cloth paper. I don't know if you can see the texture on there. Let's see if I can get it to focus in. It looks more like a grass cloth, and the original one had a burlap in the back, which would be neat too because I like texture. But I decided to go with this paper. Normally the paper is 79 cents for a 12 by 12 sheet, but right now, I think it's Joann Fabrics is having a sale. You get 10 of them for $2. So what is that, 20 cents each? Do math. Now, you could also, excuse me for reaching, I love this color too. Wouldn't this be great to do it? Let's see, that kind of background, that would be very pretty also. I bought both because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So to get started, I want just the inside measurement of my little frame here. And I think this one, I have my ruler here, this one came to 6 5/8. 6 5/8 that way, 6 5/8 that way. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. I already have some cut out, but on my blue sheet, oh, I think I did it on the back here. Yes, I have a mark that I did here and one along the side. So we're going to cut that. If you're like me, I'm not very good with scissors cutting straight. So I have this great little doodad. It cuts very straight. I've used this for a long time and the blade's still really sharp. I remember having, which way do I have it? This way. Having those big paper cutting things in school. Do you remember that with the big arm that came down? And it worked really great as long as you wanted to cut one piece of paper at a time. If you cut more than that, then it was a little janky. Let's see if I got something stuck on this. Oh, piece of tape. Gee, I wonder where that would come from. Okay, I'm going to line up my little line. There's a ridge on here where the blade goes through. If you line your little mark on there, look how nice and straight that cuts. Don't throw this away because we'll always have another project for that. I have so many little scraps of paper and fabric and little doodads here and there from projects. So this is what we want to keep right here. That my craft closet is more pieces and parts than it is actual whole pieces to start with. Okay, so I painted around the edge white because my seashells were white. Now, seashells can get pretty expensive, but around here, living so close to the ocean, you can get them a lot cheaper. I think you probably can get them cheaper online also. This is, you know what, my son's gonna be mad that I don't know the name. This is a skinny starfish, and this is a fat starfish. I think this is a chocolate chip one, maybe. And then I have a giant sea scallop that I'm going to put all, one for each, and that way you can hang them as a grouping. Alrighty. I use Apple Blossom paint. I love the price you can't beat, and the quality is really good. So and mine is a gloss paint. You could use a matte. I think it's whatever your preference is. Now, I didn't paint the back of mine, but you can. mine's going to hang on a wall. I'm going to install one of those little sawtooth hanger things on the back. Now, if you want to use these for anything else, like other than painting, they're not the best quality and they have a lot of marks. See the brown mark in there? So you might not want that if you're going to stain it or have the wood be the star of the show here. I am going to have the seashells be the star of the show. So my wood is just a little accent piece. All right. So the weather here today, I think the sun is finally going to come out. We thought for sure it was going to rain because it was so gloomy. But it's not supposed to, but you know, that doesn't usually mean anything. All right, get my paint all around the edges. I'm going to start revving up here pretty soon for Mother's Day. I want to do a gift basket. Let's see, what did I just paint so I don't touch? I want to do a gift basket with different little items in there that you can DIY. And then when it's all done, you have this beautiful basket full of homemade things that any mom, sister, grandma, anybody would absolutely love. Okay. I think what I have in mind is doing a lavender hand scrub or body scrub, the sugar scrub. I'm thinking of doing that and a homemade card and maybe, some of those lotion bars. We'll see. But I think doing one a week like that until Mother's Day, we could have an absolutely beautiful basket. And it's everything you made yourself. And not like you made in first grade. I remember all those wonderful things I got for Mother's Day when my kids were little. I kept a lot of them. Let's see here. Okay. Well, you know I'm going to have to let the paint dry, but that's okay because I have one already painted. Let's get this one finished here so I can do it up after I'm done with my live. Let me tell you, doing these lives, I'm maybe getting better at it, but it's so nerve-wracking. I'm just very nervous before I go on. I always make sure I pray and say, dear God, please don't make me sound stupid. But then when I listen to them afterwards, yeah, I sound stupid. But oh well. I'm enjoying doing this, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching because I really want to have you guys be more comfortable making things and decorating your home with things that you've done yourself. Why buy big expensive pieces of art when it's something you could just make yourself? And you can say, oh, you like that? I made that myself. Okay, well, I think I'm getting more paint on me than I am my piece. Now, the piece I have done, look at that. The piece I have done, this is a good 3 coats, I think. 3 or maybe a little bit more, but I wanted to make sure that it covered completely and it looked really good. All right, wow. I really did get into my work. Best thing about acrylic paint, though, is it washes right off. Not a big deal. All right. So here's my one that I painted. You can see I got it pretty close. I did not paint the back, did not paint the inside. There's no need. You're going to cover it up with your paper anyways. All right, now let's make sure that my paper fits because it could be just a half a bubble off. No, fits in there pretty good. I'm going to keep with the dark blue theme, but I got 6 of these in a pack, so I think I'm going to do the other 3 in that turquoise. I really like that. I wish I would have done that to begin with. All right. Now, Elmer's glue. Nothing fancy. You can use hot glue, but that's kind of overkill because it's just paper on wood. It doesn't need industrial strength. Now I'm going to put a lot on here because I want to smooth it out. You ever see that when you just put like glue in the corner or something like that, then it kind of bubbles up the paper? And I just kind of want to smooth it all out so there's no lumps or bumps or anything in my glue. Make sure you definitely get the corners because otherwise it'll lift. Your seashell is heavy, so you don't want it to pull the paper away from the wood. Speaking from experience. Come on. All right, making sure I get in those corners good. This is going to be a fairly easy project. It's going to probably be one of my shortest live videos I've done, but that's okay. I have the whole house to myself. If you remember last week, my dog decided to make an appearance. Well, my husband took him for a little drive. So I won't have any disruptions today. And he loves to go for car rides. So it's a win-win. And he'll probably take him to the Dairy Queen because they have little dog ice cream. Uh-oh. I just got white paint on my blue. Hopefully that'll dry without a blotch. If not, I'll have to pull this out, cut a new piece, and put it back in. No muss, no fuss. Now, I really love how that one looks. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see the sea scallop. Oh, I love it. Now, my sea scallop has a little bit of color in there. The other ones are pretty white. If you wanted to, you could paint over these. I think the acrylic paint works just fine for that. And you could paint the whole thing white so it's bright and white. But I kind of like how it looks more natural this way. But look at these. And then you have a third one. You could even do 4 and do 2 and 2 on top of each other. Oh, I like that. This is going to be really, really pretty. And it's nice and classy. It doesn't look like, kindergarten DIY. All right, now, hot glue does not work for this. No matter what they say, I don't think that it works well for this at all because it is, even though this is porous, I don't think that the hot glue gets into the little crevices and adheres to this well enough because I tried it with hot glue and maybe it's the type of glue sticks I have. It just peeled right off. It stayed on the board, but it peeled off this, and then I had to tear the whole thing off and redo. I'm going to do this one. So the glue that I am going to use is the E6000. Kind of show it to you. And of course, I know it's backwards, but we're going to do the E6000. It stinks. It's very smelly, but it really does the trick. And you do not get a second chance with this putting it on your board, so make sure you have it centered first and foremost. Okay, from squeezing the bottom, I have a lot of pressure already on this glue, so it's coming out quite fast. Okay, I'm going to go around every edge that I think my starfish is going to hit. Okay, put the lid on quick so it doesn't ooze out anywhere else. Stay. All right. It smells like that dry cleaner fluid. All right, see how I have it around there? Just around the edges. And I only get one shot at this, so it better be straight. Okay. That's straight enough. What do you think? Oh, that's pretty. All right. You know what? I have plenty of time. Let's do one more. Do you guys have time for one more? Yeah? Sweet. All right. Well, we're going to do, maybe we have time for one more, right? Depends on how fast this one dries. All right. So I had to go get my oil changed today. That was an experience. They have the coolest stuff at this place. You drive in and it automatically scans your wheel alignment and whether or not your license plate goes with your car. I thought that was so cool. I know I don't get out of town much, but I thought, wow, that's a pretty neat thing. And the fact that I bought my car there, my oil change was free. I wanted to get a tire rotation because I'd had my tires quite a while, and although I didn't buy them there, I thought, well, you know, I have a couple of free rotations. Came back and they said, oh, your tires are perfect. You don't need a rotation. So something they could have made money on, they decided, no, you don't need it. So you don't get many places like that. That's pretty awesome. Definitely have my repeat business. All right. Well, we'll see. I should have painted one up ahead of time. Another one. So we could have done two, but I didn't think about it. I'm always so nervous that I'm not going to have everything right here. And I'm going to have to get up and run around and go find things, and that would not be very cool. Or try to improvise with what I did have at the table. Okay, did anybody make that bird pillow that I did last week? That was so cool. I got so many responses on that. Everybody loved it. And they're talking about, oh, you know, you could do red, white, and blue birds for the 4th of July. And you could do it for Christmas and put little bells on their necks and stuff for Christmas, or do them in fall colors. And I loved all of those ideas. I think that is such a cool thing. All right. I might have spoke too much when I said I could do 2 of these. I make so much of this stuff, and I'm going to have to start giving it away, because you just can't keep it all, you know? This also would be a great Mother's Day present. So would that bird pillow. That would be a fabulous Mother's Day present, especially if you did like the little lumbar ones. So I know when I ride around in my car a lot, a lumbar pillow would really help. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Give it a try. This time I think I'm going to put the glue on my paper and then put it in there, because that paint is so wet. I'm going to look back on this and go, what were you doing? What did you think you were doing? We'll see. Okay. I've seen a bunch of videos out lately, and people are already doing 4th of July stuff. And here I'm still trying to work on Mother's Day. I need to get a little bit better at all this stuff. All right. Put glue all over. Of course, you can't see what I'm doing because I'm off screen. Let's do it this way. All right. Okay, see how I'm trying to smooth it out there? Huh. All right. Just so it's not lumpy where it would come up through the paper, and make sure you get your corners good. All right. Come on. Get in there. Oh. There we go. I really screwed this one up. Okay. See, you get to see how things really go on live video. Don't do this. Okay. Let go. Nope. All right, I think I'm just gonna have to let it dry because I mucked up my paint and everything else. All right, well, you can't say I didn't try, right? The beauty of live. Okay, we're just gonna let this one dry and you kind of get the gist of it. Luckily, I have more blue paper. All right, so this is what I have. This glue is not quite set yet, but I have this one and this one, and I hope you enjoyed my video today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.